So, what is a z-score? A z-score is a way to measure how many standard deviations a data point is from the mean. It ultimately shows us how unusual or how far from the normal it is. The higher the z-score, the more unusual that data point is. So just remember, the higher the z-score, the more unusual. The equation for z-score is the data point minus the mean divided by the standard deviation. Here's a scenario to try to understand this tool of a z-score a little deeper. The grades for the class biology midterm had an average of 65 and a standard deviation of 2. Sally scored a 78. So, to calculate the z-score, we must do 78, Sally's grade, minus 65, the mean, divided by 2. Her z-score is a 6.5. 6.5 in this scenario is a high z-score, which in this case is good for Sally because her z-score is unusually good. Z-scores allow us to compare things that are measured differently on the same scale. By evaluating their z-scores, it puts them on the same scale and you can see which is more unusual. Another thing to remember is that a z-score of negative x and positive x are equally unusual. When looking at z-scores, it's important to take the absolute value of the z-score because it is a measure of distance. For example, if the average grade for the English midterm is an 80 and Bob got a 70 and Mary got a 90, both have the same z-score, even though Bob has a negative z-score and Mary has a positive z-score. They are both equally unusual. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned more about z-scores.